Hey everyone, this is Sam from Wargamer Online. Got some amazing products here from Spellcrow. They've sent a nice big box over again for us to look at and use. I'm going to be using these on my Black Dragon Space Marine Primaris army, and that's because they're supposed to be a successor chapter of the Salamanders. So these Salamandra conversion parts that Spellcrow do would be absolutely fantastic and work fine with them. I'll put links down below to all of these products that link straight through to Spellcrow's page, so you can find them quite easily, but definitely check out what else they've got, maybe for your legion or your chapter. So first of all, we've got the Dragon's Cloaks, which we've just gone through. Absolutely fantastic detail, loads of scales, and it's the same with these Tabards as well. These are the smaller ones that you can put kind of around the waist area on the Space Marines. When Games Workshop announced the Primaris Marines, they did say that the previous range, like the Space Marine heads and certain parts, would fit like the shoulder pads. So most of this range will work with the Primaris. Now the weapons that you get from Spellcrow are slightly bigger anyway. I'm going to show you the flamers later on, and they're slightly bigger than the normal versions that Games Workshop do. So for Primaris they work really well. Just showing you here the cloak on the back of the Primaris, and it needs a little bit of filing, definitely needs a little bit of work. It's not a perfect fit, but it will work, and it definitely makes them look unique as well, which is what I want to go for my Black Dragon chapter that I'm going for. So the next bit is the Dragon's helmets, and again these are quite longer than the normal helmets that the Space Marines wear. You can see at the front they've got these almost respirator masks, and they do hang over a little bit, but again they fit fine. You just need to move them around a little bit, and some of them you may need to use a little bit of green stuff just to make them fit into the neck area. So again, this is just some hammers. So these are the Dragon's hammers. I'm not sure if I'm going to use these in the Black Dragon army, maybe here and there, but the detail is just insane. The little scales that are on the actual hammerhead and the dragon itself, I may even use that dragon head somewhere else on the models rather than on the end of the hammer. We've got some Dragon's flamers, and like I said before, these ones are slightly bigger. They look really nice, covered in scales, covered in detail, which works really well for salamanders. So if you weren't doing a Primaris army and you just wanted these for Space Marines, they are designed for that. They will fit perfectly without any tweaking. I'm just showing you what I'm going to be using on my own Primaris Marines, and obviously Spellcrow have got a huge range of products which you can go through. It's not just Salamandras, and they've got multiple different bits which will work for all different chapters for Space Marines, so it's well worth looking at their range and seeing what will work for your chapter. Now these are little small shields, and they're equivalent to like the Grey Knight shoulder shield that you can put on them. I'm not sure where I'm going to use these exactly, but they're nice detailed pieces, well worth sticking them on the model somewhere just for the extra flames and dragon heads that are on there. Next up we have all of the pads. So there's two different versions of the Space Marine sized pads, and they're just covered in scales. Like a lot of these things, they've got scales, they've got fangs, and there's little ropes that hang around them as well. And when I turn them round, you'll see that there's the rope which continues around the back end of the shoulder pad, and at first I thought it was a little bit of flash that needed cleaning off all of them, but it isn't. It's the detail that's actually following it around. You can see here on the right hand side and the left, see all those little lines? That's the rope that's going around there. So fantastic attention to detail there, and just doing a couple of base colours and a wash to go into all those recesses is all you're really going to need to paint these. Maybe a quick dry brush afterwards, but they're going to look fantastic. Next, they've got the second version of these. So again, they're the same size. They are designed for Space Marine equivalent models, but these ones have more flames, and they've got the nice dragon head on the middle shoulder pad there, which I really like. The detail is, again, fantastic. And I'll keep using that word, but I'm really excited to use all of these bits on my models to make them stand out. The other thing I did as well is cleaned all of these up because they are made out of resin. They didn't have a lot of residue on them, but I basically wanted to clean them up to make sure that the paint would stick to them when I prime them and then go on to painting them. I didn't want them to peel off, so I have done a video on cleaning resin. I know it's quite basic and most people know how to clean resin, but it is something that is important when you're using these. So I'm going to do a video. I've already filmed it. I'm going to release that later on, probably this week after this one goes up. These shoulder pads are for the Terminators, so I've just shown you the scale difference between these and the previous Space Marine ones, and these ones are huge. They will work perfectly for Terminators. I'm not sure if they'll work on the Gravis Marine. I've got the Captain in Gravis armour for the Primaris, so I'll try that and we'll see how it looks. I'll probably do a video for that once I've converted him up. And then we've got 2 more products. One of them is huge shields, and these will work perfectly for like the cataphracty Terminator style models, or if you wanted to do some sort of character with a huge shield, you can go crazy with the conversions. Finally, I've got the crests, which can go on top of the helmets for the Marines, and that is literally everything that's been sent to us from Spellcrow. I'm going to use these on the Black Dragons. You're going to see loads more videos of these. If you like the video, give us a like, comment down below if you saw anything you like or if you've used their products, and other than that, we'll see you again soon.